Hey guys, what's going on? Inception here, and welcome to another video. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be checking out Erling Haaland's card this time. So, we're taking a look at a card that is 6'4", high work rates, left-footed, 3-star skills with a 3-star weak foot. I think EA should give him a 4-star weak foot, to be honest, because the way that this guy plays in real life, it was almost as if he was made in like a laboratory or something, playing up top in the striker position. Like, this guy is unbelievable, but it is what it is. He's 3-star, 3-star. In regards to his in-game player traits, he has speed dribbler for CPU, but in regards to his in-game, he's got 84 acceleration with 92 sprint speed. Shooting stats for base card stats are already very good. So 91 attacking positioning, 92 finishing with 98 shot power, 88 long shots. They passing on the cards at 81 for short passing. 54 for long passing. The short pass is good enough if he's going to be playing in the lone striker role or next to somebody else next to him. Dribbling on this card is something that we are going to have to improve as much as possible because his base card stats for shooting is as good as it already is. You don't have to give him a chemistry style to improve it further than what it already is, right? So with the dribbling, he's got 81 agility, 72 for balance, so giving him a +5 and +10 for those two specific positions is going to be very important. What I think is going to compensate for his maybe sluggish dribbling is going to be his 90 reactions, because it'll just make a player play quicker to those specifics that they have, right? It'll make them play quicker to that characteristic that they have. So it's good that he has 90 reactions. Very, very important. But he does have 84 ball control, +10 for dribbling on the 81, and then he has 90 composure as well. Physical stats in this card, obviously he's going to be a very strong player with 95 strength, 86 aggression, and 82 stamina. So the way that I want to use this card in-game, let's see what this guy's team setup is like. Okay, so he's using, oh, this is a cool team, Jordy. I like this a lot, man. This is a very cool team. I'm going to have some fun with this for sure. I want to make my own team. Not my own team, but I need to make my own selection here because I don't want to mess with his tactics. So we're going to go ahead and use the 3-5-2 because I've been really enjoying that formation recently. There comes a point in time with some of these player reviews where I just kind of like change the formation that I normally use, because you can kind of tell what the player's base characteristic is like anyways. So not necessarily a big deal to try out different formations anyways, right? So Zakaria, Alphonso Davies, we definitely need to be playing on the side for sure. Douglas Costa will play. We'll play Douglas Costa here. Kimmich over here. Sancho over there. Sancho will play as my cam. Yeah, Sancho will play as my cam. Douglas Costa to the right side. Yeah, this should be fine. Yeah, this is cool. Let's see the tactics here. So balance 5 and 5, 5 and 5. Instructions will be stay back while attacking, cut pass lanes to cover center. Douglas Costa, these guys are okay for stamina, so we'll just tell them to come back in defense and get in behind. Stay forward for the cam and then balance on the two strikers. I like this team, Jordy. It's really, really nice, man. Like I mess with it a lot, man. Let's see. Yeah, this is a dope team. I really like it, man. It's really cool. All right, let's get into a game, guys, and see how he plays. Okay, guys, let's go ahead and switch to the 3-5-2, and let's see how this card plays. I always really enjoy using Erling Haaland in the game just because it's him, you know, so this should be interesting. Super weird to use the PlayStation controller. I do also have to switch that setting up top right there. Oh, almost got that run right there with Haaland. I think Haaland's card will be definitely very nice to use. Oh, nice pass. Ball roll. We got it. The reason why I was a little bit like, I don't know if I'm going to get this is because I thought that his... I thought that the angle of which I approached the goalkeeper for that ball roll touch wasn't going to be good enough. That's why I did the acceleration touch at the end right there. But I mean, hey man, he took a really good attacking AI run right there and scored the opportunity. We'll take it. Just got to make sure we switch to the 3-5-2 over here. But hey man, 4-3-3 makes a lot of sense for him too. Lone striker position, this guy will definitely do some work for you for sure. He does actually use his attacking AI a lot. I didn't think he would use it as much as he is right now, but he definitely does. Ooh, body feint. Little fake shot. He's definitely not going to be the most agile player, so it is something that you have to take care of for sure in regards to how you want to attack the empty space, right? He's not the type of player, so don't expect him to, you know, be able to do skill moves and all that kind of stuff. It's just not him, right? His left stick dribbling is pretty decent though, boys. Like, I don't actually have a huge problem with it, to be honest. So it's just a matter of, like, just don't do any skill moves with him. Just use that left stick, use the strafe dribble as much as possible, and you should be good. I actually forced that run out of him there because I want to see what he's like coming back into position when we kind of force him out of his natural area. There we go. A little shielding there. Attacking AI is pretty strong. Comes back into position really nicely. Yeah, his high work rates actually feel noticeable in game with the way that he moves across. Do you guys see his attacking AI? It's actually really good, man. His touch and go movement right there is actually pretty solid too. I think the one reason why I like using Haaland so much is because Haaland is like a very real life oriented striker, and I think that just makes him really fun to use because of that, you know? He's not necessarily full meta. In FIFA, he'll never be full meta, unfortunately, but he's really fun to use, man. He just feels like a very natural real life striker, which is always really fun for me to use. I will say one thing, though. I do feel like in the lone striker position, that's where you're going to best utilize a card like this because of his attacking AI being the way that it is. If you actually have a player like this that moves like this up top by himself, there's no other player that influences the way that he'll move across the pitch, right? So I feel like it's actually pretty important to maybe try your best to play him by himself because of his base characteristics, right? I'm actually going to switch back to the 4-3-3, the basic one, because I don't know, it might be the go-to for him. Like if I was using like Japes' 4-3-3, but I didn't put false 9 on Haaland, I just had him as like a basic instruction striker, I think it'd be perfectly fine, to be honest. You see how much his attacking AI just like kind of like improves when he doesn't have anybody else to worry about? That's what I'm kind of like talking about, you know? Aggressive right there. Have to slow down the play a little bit because of the way that the players are naturally positioned here. Finesse shot angle? Oof. Ooh. Well, base card stats for shot power, finishing and stuff makes a lot of sense for him in that situation. That's the thing with cards like this, man. Is like when your base shooting stats are so good, you just need to get that one touch angle, and then you just shoot it, and he'll be able to bang into the back of the net. Because finishing is very different this year in regards to that. So you don't always have to get inside the 18-yard box. You just kind of have to work that one little angle, right? Let's go, Haaland. Little cross. There you go. That's how you're gonna want to use this card for sure. It's a natural player up top, you know. 4-3-3 utilizes side position. He'll get into the good attacking positions for the little headers and stuff. You know, it's typical stuff. Typical stuff for these types of guys. There you go. Little shielding. Touch, touch. Go for that near post with power. I try to put more power behind it because near posts are not crazy. And because his dribbling's not the most responsive, I couldn't take that one little 45-degree angle touch for the shot across goal there.
Racing past his man. Have to say a poor touch. Unable to keep it in play. Goal kick.
Yeah, I mean, I wish FIFA was formatted differently with the game modes because a card like Haaland it's just fun to use, man. Like, you know, it doesn't have to always be serious, you know? The dribbling is always going to be a nuisance for cards like this for meta-oriented FIFA, but he's just gonna be a fun card to use, man. I like him. Look, areas like this, that's the attacking AI thing I'm talking about. Little shielding, touch. Oh! I made it work! Woo! Oh, I tried to accelerate that very moment. Didn't work out, though.
He's in behind the defence here.
Oh, I thought I missed that opportunity right there.
The teams are separated.
Nice little run, ball roll finesse,
You cannot
made it work.
say they don't.
Finesse shots have been weird recently. That's why I was wondering if he was going to score it or not, actually. All right, guys, so final verdict on Erling Haaland's card. It's an interesting card. So what you would have to do for this card to be more usable in game, you would have to give him the engine chemistry style. But even with the engine chemistry style, you will still feel that base characteristic that he has where his dribbling is not necessarily the most responsive, right? However, with this card in game, ladies and gentlemen, it's fun to use, right? I wouldn't necessarily recommend using him in a two-striker formation because I personally like to have players that dribble a little bit quicker. I don't like the combo of having one physical, one light player next to him for the dribbler or whatever. I prefer to have two fast dribblers, right? But with Haaland, when you play him in that lone striker position, that's where you fully get to utilize the characteristics of the card, right? Again, you definitely notice the dribbling on the card because of his height, big body type. His body type is actually called unique, which is interesting. But yeah, the engine chemistry style will fix it a little bit, right? But don't expect his dribbling, obviously, to be that responsive. His pace will only present to be a problem if you strictly go for that get in behind meta, obviously. But if you're using him as a player that's just going to be playing up top in the striker position on balanced instructions, I feel like he'll play it perfectly fine, man, because the way he goes into empty space attacking AI-wise is actually pretty solid. It's not as good as I'd like it to be because I wish he was like a high medium, to be honest, but it still works out really nicely for this card. So the base card stats for shot power, finishing, positioning, I think is very, very important for a card like this so that you can give him that engine chemistry style. But yeah, it's a fun card. I would just recommend using him as a lone striker. I wouldn't necessarily play him next to somebody else. It felt really boring and just not authentic at all to use him next to somebody else. Like, I just feel like he needs to be by himself up top, unbalanced, stay central, get him behind. You can put any instruction on him, but I feel like he plays perfectly fine on just the balance instruction. So yeah, get that one angle with him, shoot right away. This card will be really fun to use, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. I'll catch you guys for the next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.